Hello.
Hi. Hello.
Am I
Good
audible and
evening.
visible? Good evening.
Yes. Yes. You're audible
Mm-hmm.
and
All
visible.
right. Yes. Good evening. How are you?
Yes, I'm good. Thank you. And how about
Mm-hmm.
you?
I'm doing great too. It has been a while since we met last, right? Has it? Did we meet last week or the week before that?
Maybe it more than 1 week or 10 days, something like that.
Hmm. All right. So, how have you been doing? I remember the last time we talked, it was about your son going to the Ed Sheeran concert.
Yes. Yes.
Do you remember any new words that I taught you? Because in every session we do talk about words,
Yeah.
right? The vocabulary,
That is
new
one
vocab that you
one
got.
phrase I remember. That is figment of imagination. That we yes.
Okay, a fragment of your imagination,
Hmm.
right? Okay. All
And
right.
I
So, what
also
do you want
asked
to
you.
discuss?
I also asked you one thing. One phrase to each his own, and I said each
To
of
each
his
their
own.
own.
Yeah, to each their own or to each his own. There is no off, as you corrected me. It was there is no off actually. Yes,
So, what do you mean by that phrase? I think I explained that, right?
yes. You explain that.
Mm-hmm. And that phrase, I think it talks about respecting everybody else's preferences.
Yes, got one word. It is vicarious. So, the people. I mean, most
What?
of the vicarious
Okay.
or
Vicarous. V
vicarious,
I C
vicarious
A
or
R.
vicarious. Yeah, both.
Okay.
One is
All right. That's
US, one is British. So
which one is British one? Vicarous, I
vicarious,
think, right?
vicarious, yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So parents loves to live vicariously through their children. So I mean
Hmm.
that they
Right.
want to live their life through their children. They want to experience what they have. They want to wish in their life through their children. That is the word vicarious or
Hmm.
vicarious.
Right. So, vicarous is again living through one's imagination, like experiencing something through one's imagination. I believe something like that. I have not used this word very often, but what I yes, live vicariously. Yes, that would be to not just to impose your dreams, but it would be more like if to see somebody else live your
They
own
want
dream.
to suppose I have a desire to achieve something that I could not do, or I want them through my children.
Right. To
So
see somebody else live your dreams and
yeah,
gain pleasure, happiness from it. Right.
yeah, exactly, yes,
So yes, this is the meaning. So yes, you wanted to just clarify the meaning, right? Vicariously.
It sits well, na, in this situation.
Yes, it sits very well, I must say.
Yeah.
Right, to live vicariously and to understand that you're to see your children fulfill your own dreams. I think it's a very good thing, right? It's one thing that every parent always dreams of, right?
Okay, so I want to ask you one thing. I remember that you had an entrance exam on 15th of February. So how did you do
Gate.
that? How was it?
My God, the gate exam this time. I think if you ask any English literature student, they're going to tell you the same thing that the literature part was very tough. I mean, it was extremely difficult. And somebody who is exhaustively and like who has a lot of exhaustive knowledge, not just exhaustive, it's more like intensive knowledge, honestly, of literature. The questions were UGC net level, not somebody who's a graduate can easily attempt all of those questions. So yeah, and especially the options were again very confusing. So Gate has a particular pattern. Do you know about the MSQs? Gate has
Yeah,
a
I know.
particular pattern, yes. The multiple select questions. In JAM also the same thing happens, I believe. Right. So yes, the options were very close to each other, and it was very difficult to choose. Right. And there are certain thinkers who belong to two different ideologies, right, or two different streams of philosophies. So it is again difficult to choose that okay, this person truly belongs to this school of criticism or this school of criticism, right? So these were the confusions. Then time periods were asked, then the novel chronology from novels. Different
Yeah,
novels, if you have not read it, how will you know, right? That's great that
Okay.
you remember the question that the test that I had on 15th. I'm really, really flattered that you remember all of these little details and you're asking me about it. So
Actually, the
it's interesting altogether.
last session that we did, I was about to ask you, but I just in the process I forgot actually while we were conversing
Mhm.
on some topic. Yes, you know, today we have given a very interesting topic. Did you see the session note?
Yes, I did. So, do you want to talk about it?
A little bit.
What
Let's see. It's
conversation
interesting.
with an alien podcast? Yes, I do think it's a very interesting topic, though. If you would have had a conversation with an alien, maybe Jadoo would have come to you instead of going to Ritik Roshan. What would the scenario be like? First of all, do you like to watch movies which have extraterrestrial creatures in, like, no?
I don't like to watch those movies, sci-fi movies.
Oh my god, no. It's sci-fi, not sci-fi, sci-fi,
Sci-fi.
science fiction,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So I am not very much into science fiction as well, but yes, it is interesting. Do you have any idea about Bengali literature?
No,
Anything?
I am not much into it. This literature, as I
Okay.
told you, na, I am not very much
Right,
into
right.
his
Yes, you have told
studies.
me before. Right. I like this one character by it was created by Satyajit Ray. It is called the character is Professor Shonku. Professor Shonku. Right. So he is kind of a mad scientist. He fits into that trope of a mad scientist, and he keeps on experimenting, and he has magical solutions for everything. So that can also be considered as science fiction. So I really like those kind of stories, but not aliens that much. And nowadays, I think there are various podcasts, a conversation with aliens, conversation with ghosts, how to summon aliens, and whatnot. There's all this, horrible content on YouTube, which is just to draw the attention of the masses, but they do not provide any factual information as such. So, yes, that after this, I think I have detached myself a lot from, these kind of concepts like aliens and all, even if they exist. I guess we should live in harmony. That's all. As long as they don't attack us or we don't attack them, everything is fine. But
So
yes, tell me.
when it comes to conversation, first of all, we have to know how to communicate with that alien. So conversation part
Right.
will comes later, whether it will be through gestures, because
Mm,
the first thing it will be through gestures. Otherwise, we don't know what language they use, and they don't know what language we are using. So how can we start a conversation with an alien on the first meeting? First of all,
right.
we
Have
have
you
to.
watched PK? Have you watched
Yes,
PK, the
yes,
film
yeah, yeah.
PK?
I watched that one. Yeah.
Amir Khan's character is also an alien. And how does he learn the language? Do you remember how he learns the language?
Uh, there was a some device. I mean, through the device.
Not through that device. He basically holds the hand of the other person and he can transfer all the
Oh, okay,
information.
okay, okay. Yeah.
Right, all the linguistic information basically. So transfer of information happens. You can read the other person's mind. So the transfer of information happens through holding hands. You know. So yeah,
Hmm.
that's how he learns the language. Initially, when he lands on Earth, he cannot speak anything. He's all clueless about what's going on, and then he starts to learn the language. After he starts speaking in that language, and then there are other things as well. So yeah, that is another alien film that I can recall.
Yes, and it must be from a developed planet because he has all those things that he can transform. He can get the language from the
Hmm.
people of Earth. So we cannot
Right.
do that. We don't have that.
Do you think aliens truly exist, though? What is your opinion on that?
I don't think there is any alien because the scientists are in there for such a long time, but still they haven't come across, I think, any sort of
Right.
such thing.
The
There was,
scientists have searched every nook and corner, but they have not
yeah, sometimes some kind of news
found.
I come across like UFO. Even it is not sure
UFO.
whether that some of them have seen UFO, but I'm not sure whether they exist.
Hmm. You know, last couple of weeks ago, there was one video that was going viral on the internet. Aliens spotted in Rajasthan. Okay, spotted fighting in Rajasthan or something. And I was like, what is going on? So I just dig deeper into that, and I realized that okay, there are some people who were cosplaying as aliens. So they were just wearing the costumes, and they are just, you know, acting as if they are aliens, and they were fighting with each other, fighting with humans, right? And that became a viral news in some in some prominent newspaper as well, right? So nowadays people are not just making fun of aliens. I'm sure the way this is going on, aliens would never be interested in coming to earth as well. They be like, these people, they just make fun of us, they mock us, and we do know, we refuse to step into this kind of mockery.
Yes,
So yes.
nowadays this trend is going on. Actually, the people want to do anything to go viral. They are
Hmm.
into it every time. They'll just want to do something very uncanny, so that
Hmm.
people get attracted to watch and they get views. It is only for this.
Hmm. Right. Have you ever come across this term called alienation?
Yes.
What does it mean?
Suppose I have a relation to someone and the relation got soured, so we alienate our relationship with that person or the community like that. So the
Right.
act
So
of
you
that being alien, that is alienation, I think.
right act of detachment,
Yeah.
right? Feeling isolated. So that is alienation. When you're talking about aliens, I don't know why they always, because literature. I'm a literature student, and I'm currently also studying. I was studying Eliot, T.S. Eliot today. So that was in that T.S. Eliot. He always talks about alienation, societal alienation, right? How a man feels distant or detached from the society as a whole, especially in the modern era, right? Or even in the postmodern era. So this is what I was reading about. So as soon as I said a conversation with an alien, all that came in my mind: alienation effect, Brechtian theater, and T.S. Eliot. All of this came into my mind.
Even in case of virus, that the people afflicted with virus, so that virus is alien to our body.
Exactly. Right. It's a new form of thing that the body cannot, completely comprehend that what is it. That is the reason why the infections occur altogether. Right. But speaking of this alienation effect or this detachment from the society, do you think I mean, it's a very philosophical question that I'm asking, but do you often feel like you are alienated from the society and you cannot find, okay, for example, do you stay in a flat or do you have your own house?
Own house.
Okay, I stay in a flat, so I can see that, very well, because I don't know who my neighbors are. Even my parents don't converse well with all the neighbors. So I feel today's society is, we don't have that same kind of community, the form of community that we used to have previously. But that's just an observation from my side,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
guess.
you are right. It happens everywhere. Earlier, in our society also, that we used to meet people very often, but nowadays it is not like that. So we hardly know what is happening in our neighborhood, even our next door neighbor. Hardly get to see them. Sometimes I have to make a call, just my neighbor, the next door neighbor. How are you? I haven't seen you for a week. So everything is okay. Whether everything is okay, all right. So it is going like that. We are busy with our own life. We don't see what is going on around.
Right, right. So I think, when we talk about aliens and witches and ghosts, all of this is very fascinating, but we don't know how we are also becoming aliens to other people, right, or for other people, right? You feel like alien is something that's very strange, stranger, somebody who's eccentric. But if you look around, you will also see people who are strangers, and they are also an alien to you basically, because you know nothing about them, what's going on in their mind and everything. So I think again, my God, I am too philosophical, I believe. I gave from science to society. No, no, no science fiction. Come back to reality. You have to focus on how we are becoming aliens, right? But okay, let's imagine. Firstly, you have a conversation with an alien, right? Of course, you will have to know how to communicate. But once you decipher how to communicate, how would you like to go talk to an alien? What kind of questions would you have for that alien?
First of all, my question would be there. I would like to know about their planet, how it
Mhm.
looks, or how the life is there, what they do, what is their staple food like, all those things, and how they
Mhm.
get to know about our planet, and what made them interest to come here, whether they want to make friendship with this planet or the people that we live. So all those things will be in my questionnaire,
Mhm.
and casually I will try to be friendly with him so that I can extract some important answer for him,
Mhm.
which might be beneficial for our Earth also. So
Mhm.
there might be
So
from
you'll
an
have a humanitarian cause.
advanced planet, so they may share
Mhm.
with us. That will be
Right.
beneficial for us.
Right, of course. But do you think this kind of communication can really? I can remember a movie as well about this. There is this one movie called Arrival, Hollywood film. It also has aliens land on the planet, and this girl tries to learn the language of the aliens and all. But it's more about learning the language than communicating or knowing more information, right? But do you think aliens and humans could ever interact and be friendly? As you said, they want to whether they want to be friends with this planet or not. Right? Do you think we can be friendly? Because I remember in last, whenever in the ancient times, nature and humans they also used to have a very harmonious relationship, right? But now it's not there. We men humans are disintegrating nature. Deforestation is happening, pollution is happening, there are natural disasters, global warming, right? Do you think that same kind of harmony will be maintained with the aliens for a long time? What is your opinion on that?
I think it will depend on the facts, if we strike a relationship with that planet, whether it will be mutually beneficial. If it is mutually beneficial, then it will work, because they will get something out of Earth and we will get something out of their planet. So why not? We can strike a friendship, and we can channel
Make
it
it long
through
lasting as
for
well.
our development, both
Hmm.
from for their and for ours. Otherwise it is
Right.
not, because nowadays everybody just see their own benefit. Like if you are following the news, the geopolitical what is going on, so America is
No, I'm not
dictating
very
the
much into geopolitics, but yes, I'm sure you'll have
um,
a lot of
the
wisdom.
USA is dictating the terms. So whatever they want, they get it by hook or crook, by manipulating, by coercing you into doing something what they want. Like now, they are just blackmailing this Ukraine. So either you give me something, or you have to follow. You have to face the music. It's like that.
Right. Music, not music. Music.
Music. Face the
Yes.
music.
I remember you saying exam hall. Exam hall.
Exam hall. This MTI will always be there. It will be it is very difficult.
No, but I believe that if you have improved so much, you can definitely put in little bit more effort and improve even more, right? I totally agree with this that humans are failing to strike a balance among nations, right? We are failing to strike a balance among a community, among each other, right?
Actually, what I was telling, that you can see that we have strained relationship with our neighboring countries like Bangladesh and Pakistan. So we don't have any friendship. Even China, with China also. So it would be very difficult to build a friendship from a different planet. But still, we are hopeful. We have to have that hopes for our benefit. Yes.
Hmm. I hope it really benefits us, and I hope we can create an ideal planet. Honestly, because we always have a plan A and plan B, but we do not have a planet B to survive. Right? Of course, we can evacuate and we can go to another planet, but that will be a very hefty task, Herculean task to do.
Herculean task and costly affair.
Right. It is going to cost an arm and a leg.
Cost an arm and a leg, yes.
Right. So yeah, that's the thing. But again, I hope with the help of aliens, if ever aliens arrive on this planet, we can actually strike a balance and we can learn more things and create this world a better place to live in. Really, that's all
Hmm.
I hope. All
Yes.
right, so we again had an amazing conversation. Though I had a different intention in this session, I was planning to do a debate or a turn quote, right? But all right, it was an interesting topic, and we had a talk about something that's very unconventional, I believe. Most importantly, we have used a lot of idioms in today's session. So amazing performance, first of all, and I would like to give you a kudos for that. The only
Okay.
error that you
Thank you.
made was only error that you made was in the pronunciation that I corrected. Apart from that, everything was really, really amazing. It is one of your best performances for sure in any session.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. It will boost
All
my confidence.
right. That's all. That's my job. Okay. Don't thank me for it. All right. So, do you have any questions that I can answer, or shall we wrap up for today?
No, today I have asked in the
In the beginning.
beginning of the session. Yes.
All right. So,